He's back. Yeah. Godspeed to the Speedy Tribe. What's going on to the family, yo? Listen. First things first, shout out to my boy Queez for the merch.
Yo.
We shout you out, right? Right in the beginning. We appreciate you, dog.
Shirt, man.
Y'all follow, I gotta find a social media handle real quick. The social media handle is Ghetto Angels. GhettoAngelz.NoSexClub. That's the whole @ right there. Follow that man. He got the fire merch.
It's a dope.
Moving on.
Let's get it.
Yo, man. I don't think y'all know who we got in the house right now. This guy is a living legend. Living, walking legend in the flesh. You feel me? This is an amazing brother. He's an incredible individual, man. He's probably, honestly, one of the funniest dudes, if not top 5 funniest dudes on Instagram today. He's my top 1 because he's my boy. I ain't trying to be biased because he's my boy, but he's my number 1 funny dude on Instagram right now. I appreciate you. Welcome to the podcast show, my brother Giovanni, Paolo.
Bro,
yo,
you,
give it up to my boy,
man.
my boy.
God, thank you.
Yes, thank us. Thank him. Yes, sir.
Man,
bro.
thank you for all you guys coming. Thank you for inviting me, man, to your podcast, man. I'm excited for this.
Yes, sir.
Get this shit going.
Listen, man. So look, tell us where you're from, man. Tell us where you tell us about you, bro. Who is Gio? Where you from, man? How was your upbringing? Where you from originally? You know what I mean? Like, talk to us, man.
All right. So I'm Peruvian. All right. But my parents came here around United States, around the 30s. So we grew up in Patterson. We was living in River Street.
Yeah.
And then from River Street, we moved to Foster Park.
Yeah.
So this was around 3rd grade for me.
Yep.
And that's why I was growing up, just in 3rd grade. And since I was little, I was just that kid that didn't really care about school, but I liked playing sports.
Right.
I would always throw jokes in class. I was just that goofy kid in school, you know, and I was just always like that. Like, if I could make you laugh, that's my A.
Word.
For the day, if that makes sense.
Hell yeah.
You know, so I was just that type of kid, man. I just always wanted to talk to everybody. I wanted to be cool with everybody. And, you know, I was just myself. And, you know, I was just always an active kid. A lot of energy. I don't know how sometimes I'm just I just get too hyper, bro. And
you're one of the kings of energy, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Energy, bro.
Thank you, man. But other than that, man, you know, I was playing soccer at first, and I actually wanted to be a soccer player.
Yeah?
Yeah, when I was little, bro, I used to always, be in my backyard, and I used to play by myself. I'll pretend like I'm in, the World Cup or the Champions League, and I'll, make it seem like I scored a goal, and I'll do this. Bro, nobody was outside the street. I'll act like I'll see the fans. I'll see everything. I'll hear my name.
Right.
So ever since I was little, I always wanted to be a soccer player. And I felt that, you know, because my 3 brothers, my dad could have been a soccer player in Peru.
Really?
Yeah.
Pops was like that?
Pops was good, bro. That's how I got, you know what I mean? The blood and the skill. It's just
Yo.
So my dad could have been a soccer player in Peru. And, you know, he came to the United States and just worked for us. You know? He made a way. So my 3 brothers were pretty good at soccer. Yeah. And my dad, you know, as he used to love soccer so much, he used to be like, he's going to be the soccer player, the first one, the second one, the third one. So since I was the last kid, he looked at me like, yo, you the one. You're going to be the soccer player. So since I was little,
he was grooming you.
He was grooming me, but he saw me in the stage, and he put me up here already when I was a kid. So I used to always try my best and have this energy because of my dad.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah. So
being that you said that, right, like how Pops groomed you to be the soccer player, you did everything like that. Here's the flip side. I remember you telling me this. You had a conversation one day. You was like, yeah, but my father was actually really funny too. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it kind of transitioned to the sports thing, to comedy. He was doing it, I guess, in the way. He's always do pranks. He was telling me on your uncles and shit like that. I remember that. I remember all that.
Yeah, you're right.
And for me, I want to know for you, what got you into comedy from soccer? Because it was kind of similar to your dad's journey in a way.
Yeah, it is. And going back to that, my dad, he used to invite his friends. He used to make his whole friends laugh, the family laugh.
Yeah.
And he was that type that not even trying, he'll make you laugh. And I just saw one guy light up a whole room. And I just used to look at that like, wow, that's amazing, you know? But
right.
at the time I didn't really know exactly what that was. I just thought it was just talking and all that stuff, being funny. But starting into comedy, man, I honestly think, you know, because of my dad, seeing him like just being himself.
Yeah.
And just growing up watching like all these shows. Like there was a Peruvian thing called Comico Ambulantes. It's like a Comico Ambulantes. It's like a comedy for Peru.
Yeah.
So I grew up watching this since I was young because my parents used to love this.
Mm-hmm.
So I grabbed that and I used the American comedy too. You know, so I used to watch Dave Chappelle, Martin, Kevin Hart, you know, Will Smith, and, you know, Adam Sandler, Ben Stiller. Like, I used to watch all these movies, all these shows, and just the feeling they gave me, I just kind of gave it back to, like, you know, my family, my classmates, my friends. You know, I just grabbed it and I kind of passed it on. Right. So it always was on me, man. Like, as a character, like who I was, I just always want to make people laugh, and just my energy. So I say it started because of that. Like, you know, the shows, what my parents were watching, what I was watching since I was little. You know, I never tried to be funny. It was more like I just had it.
So what you just said was that you took the Peruvian comedy like show, intertwined it with the Americanized comedy, and put your own little twist on it. And it's funny because it's so ironic and amazing to see that as a visual today in what you do. Like, you put it literally, like, the way he is, like, his content on social media has the Peruvian feel, but it also has the Americanized thing, and it's like, that's dope to see.
Balance.
What age did you think you started with being like a comedian? Like, what age did you really like, you know what, I think I can get far with this?
Like comedy?
Yeah.
Okay, that had to been like after high school.
After high school?
Yeah, because I was always funny, but I never had, like, the mindset, like, let me be a comedian, you know? Like, I never, like, because even after high school, I was kind of sad that I'm like, what am I going to do with myself? I can't play soccer.
Right.
And I kind of messed up high school because, you know, that's when I was, like, you know, fucking up. You know, I was just not focused. Right. You know, I was enjoying my high school years.
Right.
And at the time, you know, I was just always funny. So I feel like it had to been, like, you know, like at least like 4 or 5 years ago.
Right.
People was telling me like, yo, you're funny, bro. Like, you're funny. I always used to get that. Like, you're such a good storyteller.
Yeah.
And I don't know what made it happen. I just recorded myself one day, and I posted it, and that shit was ass.
Was it?
Booty, bro. I had like 2 likes. But to me, bro, it was funny. It was funny to me.
But it was dope. It was dope. It was a stepping stone, bro. It was a start.
Yeah, and even starting, my mindset was never like, I'm gonna be a movie star and I'm gonna throw jokes. I was still kind of like, I'm just doing what I like to do, you know? And it kind of built off from that, like literally, bro.
Wow.
You know, I never thought like I'm gonna be a stand-up comedian or an entertainer. Like, you know, it just happened as I was going. You know, I was just enjoying what I'm doing, and then it built off that.
That's amazing to hear, because like it's kind of similar to my story, like where I told you, like 2017 was the first day, you know, I was sitting in my kitchen just by myself. I was staying in my grandfather's apartment at the time. He was in a nursing home. I was staying there by myself for 4 months straight, just me, bro. It was a time of solitude where I found my purpose, right? And I sat at the table after I ate, and I'm just like, put my phone there, the water bottle, press record. My first ever YouTube video. I can go and look at it right now. Like, it's up there still. 2017, it was like in December 2017, and I made the video. It wasn't the best. I got my message across, but that was the start of the Speedy Tribe, bro. You know what I mean? That was when the motivation and everything came to mind. I'm like, oh, okay. And it just started, it became a natural thing. How was it for you?
Like, you didn't know, you just was doing what you wanted to do. And it built off that,
Yes, bro.
I feel you on that.
So, from being a youngin' up until now, being you're a full-blooded comedian now, bro. Like, this is what you do. It's your life. How is that? How was seeing yourself grow into what you are now? How do you feel about that?
I'm proud of myself, man. I'm like happy. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. And I feel like just the journey made me like grow as an individual.
Yeah.
Just because I'm doing what I love, and I'm just happy, man. And As we speak right now, I'm just looking forward to keep growing, you know, because that's what keeps my fire going, you know, like just being around great energy, what benefits me, what's productive, what motivates me and gives me the energy, you know, and that's like doing what I love, working on myself, reading the books, you know, doing my homework, watching stand-up comedians, you know, and that's where I'm at, man. But I'm grateful to, like, you know, where I'm at right now, because I know more is coming. And it comes like this. It comes like this, bro. Like, so I already know, like, I see everything, like, you know.
You know why? You know, I was thinking about that. Like, you know why it comes so quickly to us, like people like us. I feel because we are what you call, what is it called? Generators. We channel. We're channelers. We channel energy to us because of how strong our energy is to each other, of oneself, right?
Yeah.
So I feel as though things come to us in speed form and speed spurts because of the fact that we're so tapped in and so invested into our energy and what we call our energy too, that it manifests itself into what it does. Because I'm gonna tell you, man, like I had a hard time manifesting certain things at like before 21, before I turned 21, I had a hard time manifesting things, and my whole philosophy, my whole everything was like kind of off my life until I went to like, what do you call it? Like I went through a lot of epiphanies in life, but it was one big epiphany that happened when I was like 22, 21, 26 now. But it's like when you go through that and you change everything about yourself, you then speed up the process of the things that you're supposed to get when you fix yourself. And it's crazy how you say that, because everything do come fast to us, but it's because we channeled that already. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy,
so
bro.
True, man.
So the next question, man, like, when it comes to being a comedian, do people take you seriously, or everybody just laughs whenever you speak? Like, is it like that? Like,
no, but it be like that sometimes. Like, I'll be around people and I just say something like, "Not even funny. Like, how you doing?" They just like, bitch. Like, no, but it's like that. Like, for some people, but you know, I feel like I kind of get like he's funny, but respect. It's more like I respect this guy, you know, and it never really been like some disrespectful stuff. It'll be like, "Oh my God, you're funny." They'll laugh a little bit, but it's never here. Yeah, you see that shit?
You like our energy and shit.
So yeah, man, it's just this time that happens doesn't happen too often.
Right.
You know, but it's much like it's love. You know, people come up to me like it's love. It's nothing crazy. Like, they don't take me serious, because I feel like once I speak to them and
they know what's up.
They know what's up. I feel like once like I'm present, they feel my energy.
You know why? You know why I asked that question? Because I know it's a lot of comedians, man, that go through that. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
It's my fault. It's a lot of comedians that
it's a lot of comedians that go through not being taken too seriously because they're comedians.
Yeah, no.
You understand? Like, and I know like Kevin Hart, all of them dudes, like they go through the same thing, to where like, yo, like I'm trying to say something serious. Like, I remember when Kevin Hart sold out his show and he was crying on stage. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I know what you're talking about.
He was talking to them, saying it, and they thought he was like playing it.
Yeah,
he was really crying, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I
don't know how that feels, because I'm not really a comedian.
Yeah.
I'm funny in my own way, but I'm not like you. I'm not like you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you guys are like big time comedians, but I know that that's kind of like one of those things they struggle with, where you're trying to be serious, but people don't want to take you seriously. They just laugh at everything you say.
Yeah. It's because they see you.
Because they see you as
like, you're
image.
like that 24/7. Like, you have to be funny. This guy's all jokes, and you know, like I said, it happens a couple times, but I feel like I approach it well. Like, it's not like, you're gonna laugh at me all day. It's like, are you bugging?
Yeah.
Like, so it's, you know, but yeah, like I seen that shit with the Kevin Hart thing.
Yes.
Like, you know, so it happens a lot.
And speaking of Kevin Hart, like, I know he's one of your biggest inspirations.
Yeah.
But if you could name anybody else, who else would it be as one of your inspirations in comedy?
Well, yeah, definitely one of them is Kevin Hart. Definitely Dave Chappelle. Very big on Jim Carrey.
Really?
Like, as acting comedian.
Yes.
His humor, because he was like he was an overactor, and all his movies is like he'll do to the extreme to make you laugh.
Yeah.
And I do skits, which is like, you know, a minute to 3 minutes, and sometimes you do certain things, you fuck up your body, you do certain face movements, you have to take certain takes.
Yes. Wow.
So for me to know that already and how hard that could be, and for Jim Carrey to do that with movies for years, I understand, like, damn, yo, you the GOAT, man, because people don't give him that much props. Like, if you watch his movies, he'll yell, he'll do his face, he'll fall down, bust his ass, like, it's just so much, and that's like definitely one of my inspirations.
Wow, so
I was young.
So Jim Carrey, Chappelle, and Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Those are like 3?
Yeah, definitely.
Anybody else? Any top 5?
I also like Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler's great.
I feel like he's all his movies are hits.
All of them.
I love all his movies since I was young.
Yo, I have a movie. Have you ever seen 8 Crazy Nights?
Nah, I haven't.
You never seen 8 Crazy Nights from Adam Sandler?
Nah.
It's a cartoon comedy movie. It's like a Christmas card. Bro, I grew up on that movie.
Really?
It's dope, bro. If y'all haven't seen 8 Crazy Nights, watch 8 Crazy Nights. Is a great movie from Adam Sandler. Like, I think that was like one of his first actual comedy like movies or something, like not cartoon comedy movies. It was like one of his first. Watch that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that.
And one more. Who's one more?
One more.
You said Kev. You said Adam Sandler. You said Dave.
I'll probably have to say Will Smith or Martin, just because
one of them.
Just because of their show and the show aspects.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I always want my own show, and I know I will have my own show. And just to see Will Smith like with Fresh Prince. Yeah. Bro, I used to love that show, man. Like after school.
I've been watching. I have HBO Max, bro. I've been watching it I've been watching it. I've been watching all the seasons.
I love Fresh Prince, Martin. Those are probably like, you know, the next two. Just because of their show, and they killed it, bro. They're like, you can't tell me without a doubt their show is not like one of the best.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so definitely them in the show aspects.
So next question, what I want to ask you, bro, because we live in a social media age where most people live on it. It's literally like where it's inevitable where you meet somebody that don't have an Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or Snapchat. Like, it's always on it. TikTok, etc. YouTube channels, like everything, bro. Everything is there. My question to you, bro, being who you are, a social media influencer, a content creator, because that's what you do, does making content every day become challenging?
It can be, but it depends on your approach. You know what I mean? Like, if I, for example, like, you know, there was times like maybe like a year, like when I started doing content and things started doing well, you want to keep that up. Right. You want to keep having them hits. Like, you know, that's all you want. So you start looking for perfection, right? But when you look for perfection, you also limit certain things that you don't think is perfect when that actually could be the thing, that idea or that video. So I started catching myself, like, you know, I was wanting things so perfect. I was kind of forcing certain things that shouldn't need too much force, a certain light. So it was just being aware of, you know, like, just don't lose the sight of having fun.
It's very true.
Don't lose the sight of the enjoyment. Like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, hear him?
Yeah, like, you know, and when I caught myself doing that, you know, I took a step back and I started unpacking, like, why am I feeling kind of like stressed, or why am I feeling like, why am I feeling this feeling? And, you know, I started like breaking that shit down, and I realized, like, wait, I love doing this. Why am I thinking it? I have to do this skit versus I get to do this skit. People get to watch me. People get
choice of words.
And it could get bad, man. It depends, like, what you want. Like, your why is always the reason. If your why is just clout, attention, bitches, this, that, whatever, that shit's gonna fall off like that. You can keep that shit up as long as you want, but once you're feeling drained, you eventually gonna lose that spark. But if your why is strong enough, like, I love doing this. What these influencers gave me before, like, you know, I want to give it back. You know, I just see myself in this light. It's just so much more to it. And once you have that, it's like, it's kind of like flowing.
Yes, sir.
You know, but content could get a little crazy. You know, like, you come first at the end of the day.
Yes, sir.
So you have to be aware of that.
Yep.
You know, it's cool to take a month break or a week or whatever you need, but it's just balance that shit out. You know, so yeah.
That's a very profound answer, only because I'm a content creator as well. We both content creators, so we know what goes into creating content, and at times it could be very draining because of the fact that you know you have to have an upkeep on the content you produce, right? So me knowing I'm a motivational speaker, one thing that me and him always talked about, I always checked him on is I'm like, yo, Gia, you don't gotta force nothing, because it was times where we both did it, like, I gotta do this, or instead of I get to do this. Like he said, like there's a different choice of words that he used that literally changed the whole situation. I get to make content, not I have to. It's not an obligation. It's no, actually I want to do this. Okay, cool. If you switch that little switch in your head, it becomes less stressful. Yeah. Because there's no pressure. That's something that I had to come to grips with. I don't make videos every single day. I don't. That's a fact. You have to look up. Sometimes I post videos that I posted 6 months ago. Like I do that. I take it and I post it again. Because I know it's certain days, like, you know, I have to take a break. I don't have no downloads of information or motivation or disciplinary anything to disseminate to the people. I don't have that right now. I don't. I will let it come naturally, and when it comes, I will literally I will literally document it, and I will give it to you guys. I don't have mail for you guys today. I'm sorry, we close. But when the mailman is on his route, I'm delivering. You understand? And that's how it goes every single day. Content creators out there, do not feel no pressure about if you should post content every single day, because there's people going like this shit right here. It says, show this to your friends to save a life. This is a suicide prevention shirt. It has the number on the bottom and everything like that. You understand? The reason why I say that is because it's real out here in the field. And take it from me, my sister died by suicide. Real talk. And I understand this. And shout out to my boy Queese for giving me a shirt, because I'm pretty sure he remembered this situation. There's people who get depressed, go through stressful episodes, man. They have mental breakdowns over social media and content, and them not keeping up with the Joneses, and them not having a certain follower count, and all this blah stuff, right? When you got to ask yourself this question: who were you before Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff? Who were you? What was the true essence of yourself? What was your true makeup of who you were before you've gotten the brand of yourself on Instagram or social media or whatever you was? Because when you identify who you was before this, I'm about to say the S word, but I don't.
Yo, wait, I could curse here?
You can curse, bro. You can curse. No, that's you. It's a me thing. I'm trying to kind of
Man, fuck that shit, man. Turn up.
No, that's you, bro. I swear that's you. That's fine. But what you got to understand is, who were you before this? Because who you were before that is really who you are in essence. Don't lose yourself in the fulfillment of social media, because that's all fictitious stuff. Because at the end of the day, we brothers. At the end of the day, he do comedy, I do motivation. You understand? We in two different fields, but just because we in two different fields don't mean we get to do this together. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, for him to be a comedian, he has to have motivation and discipline. I can give him that, and for me to feel good about motivation, I have to get laughs from this guy. So we coexist in each other's realms like that. Yeah. But that's who we really are at heart. He chose his purpose. Like, yo, I have a gift of making people laugh. I'm like, yo, I have a gift of making people feel good and motivating them to do better in life. Yeah. Okay. Hone in on who you really are. Don't try to make yourself out to somebody you're not on social media, because that's when you're gonna have the biggest downfall of all. And the world will see it. The world don't lie. The universe don't lie. Yeah. You understand? So like, that's real. I just want y'all to know this, because it's very important. All right, last thing. Excuse me. We closing. We're about to close, but how has it been being a social media influencer for you?
Just in general.
Followers, getting all the love, because this is basically going off what we just talked about. Yeah. Getting the followers, blowing up from 0 to how many you got? 60-something K now. Yeah. Like 500,000 on TikTok. Half a million on TikTok. Like, getting all the love, the feedback, the laughs, the thank yous, the compliments. Like, you know, how does it feed your good ego? Because everybody got an ego. How does it feed you And how do you feel off that?
It's just, I feel like that's what it's all about, man. You know, because you're changing somebody's day, their emotions by making them laugh. You know.
Yes.
Somebody could have the worst day of their life, and just because they saw one of my videos, it changed like how they felt, and that means a lot. You know what I mean? Because I'm changing lives, and you changing lives in a different aspect with your motivational stuff.
Yes.
I'm just doing it with comedy and laughter, and it's just an amazing feeling, man. Because it's like, you know,
you be having girls hitting you up all the time too.
Yeah. I be
if you having the shorties hitting them up like, yo, what's going on, Gio? Let me get in your video.
Yeah. So like, you know, with that, you just said I don't really involve myself with that too much. It's quick like a thank you, you know. But
why?
I'm just too focused. Like I just look at it like, you know, I want one thing, and that's growth for myself. You know, I want to take care of my family.
Yep.
And hi, Gio, like what's up? Let's turn on, bro. Let's chill. Like that's not gonna feed myself, my family. That's not gonna make me hit the next step.
That's not.
I'm 26, so right now, man, I'm just using my time the way I want to use it.
You know what's crazy? Your birthday's on the 26th, right?
26, yeah.
My birthday's on the 26th. He's 26 on the 26th. I'm 26 on the 26th.
26, man.
That's
26.
crazy.
What's today's date, man?
Nah,
cancel that shit out. That shit.
Nah, I can't. We gonna leave it. I don't know shit.
Yeah, man. But with everything else, man, I'm grateful, bro. Like having people come up to me, like, yo, thank you, like you're funny. It feeds me because it's like I vision this like when I started doing videos. You know,
great.
Everything I vision when I started doing videos is happening now.
Visualization is real, huh?
Bro, I visualized my autograph. I visualized people want to take pictures. People wanted to work with me. I visualize everything I have is happening already and more.
Wow.
That's why I am patient and calm now, because I know what I'm visualizing for the next 5 years will happen. So I'm enjoying these moments. Like doing the regular things, driving a ShopRite. You feel me? Going to the liquor store. I'm enjoying all this because there's going to be a time that everybody going to want my picture. Everybody going to want my autograph. I can't even step out.
Talk to them.
So I'm enjoying this because when the time happens, you know,
talk that talk, man.
That's some
Yeah.
I'm getting hyped now, but yeah, man, I'm grateful, bro, and that feeds my energy, man. Making somebody's day and just seeing how like it's just it makes me feel good, man.
The neighbors will be like, "You alright?
You're about to call the cops.
I'm gonna call the cops on it." But yo, like what you said is very true, man. Like. And I have another question. Like, does it get overwhelming? Like the hit ups and everything like that?
No, because I have access to all of that. I have access to open the DMs. I have access to, you know what I mean, respond. If I want to work with a brand or a company, I have access to say yes or no. Yeah. You know, so, you know, but I obviously want to be nice, so I try to get back at everybody I can, but I can't now. You know. Right. You know, so it's what you can do.
How many times you changed your number this year, Gio?
Once.
Twice or one? No, I think it was twice.
No, once. It was literally like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I changed my number.
It was.
Nah, bro, I had that original number since like
last
8th grade. No, 8th and 9th grade.
Nah, bro, you changed your number twice.
Nah, bro, that's another G. I'm telling you, bro.
You know one G.
I don't know.
Man, this guy changed numbers like he changed his drawers, man. Get out of here, man.
Listen, man.
But listen, bro, like, I just look, man. Y'all want? Before I close, man, I'm gonna tell y'all how we met, bro. Y'all probably heard this story before. Y'all probably heard this story before, man. And what I'm gonna say to it right now, that's very important, is when I used to work at the mall. I was a salesman, right? Before I took over with motivational speaking, it was right at the beginning of my motivational speaking career, man. Like, I was working at Garden State Plaza in New Jersey, I know, right? Salesman selling the jewelry at the kiosks and stuff. I was the shark on the floor. I was approaching everybody. That's also how I have a good mouthpiece, man. I could speak my ass off because I learned how to speak and cold approach anybody. You know, I did door-to-door sales. I moved to California. I did a lot of stuff. That's another story. I'm standing at my kiosk, right? Now, mind you, I know his name because I remember he followed me on Instagram a few times and he would comment on my videos here and there, but I didn't really know him. Like, I never met him in person. So I'm standing at the kiosk and I'm like, standing there, I'm doing my little thing. Comes up to me, yo, your name's Speedy, right? I'm like, yeah, what's good, bro? What's good, yo? I'm in salesman mode, so like I'm here, but I ain't here. I'm like, yo, I'm about to close the sale on this nigga. Like, I don't know this dude. Like, you feel me? Like, but then he was like, yo, your videos, man, you speak a lot of facts, man. I like your videos, and my name Gio. I don't know if you know, like, I'm on Instagram. I'm like, yeah, sound familiar, bro. You know what I mean? But mind you, I got a customer waiting for me because I'm about to close the sale. So I kind of like was on some like standoffish, like,
he was yo, like, oh yeah, I know you.
Yeah, I know you.
I
was like, yeah. I'm holding on. Wait, let me handle this real quick. Like, so I kind of like brushed him. Well, like, yo, matter of fact, come back later. I'm gonna talk to you, whatever. Like, you know. So he comes back, and I'm like he was walking past. So I know he's walking past, but I'm like, in my head, son telling me like, yo, to stop him again, so to speak to him, because all I remember was he came to me on humble about everything. He came to me humbly and respectfully and told me about my videos. I know he does videos, but I don't know what he really did. I knew he did funny videos, but I didn't know, like, I didn't really look at your stuff like that, right? But I'm like, hold on. I'm like, yo, come here real quick. So he came back, we chopped it up, and we just hit it off right there. It's been my brother ever since. 3 years, 3.5 years. And like, I'm like, he gave me his number. Yo, do a skit with me. Next thing you know, next year we do a skit together. Next thing you know, we've been doing skits here and there. Like, it's been this is my brother, man.
Yeah, man.
This is my brother, man.
And yo, listen, going back to that story, like, somebody could come up to you, you don't know who the fuck they are.
You don't.
And just because you're thinking of something else, sometimes you just need to be present.
You need to be present.
Because you could just miss. And at the time, I was just starting doing videos. Like, me and Speedy just started. Like, he just started doing his videos. So I wasn't known like that. But like, if I see somebody that's doing something I respect, I always show everybody love.
Absolutely.
And I get you too, because I used to work in Garden State.
Yeah.
You know, like,
we both worked in Garden State. Yeah.
I don't even know if I should say all the company names, but I was in sales. And I know how it is, bro. I was like a shark too. Like, what?
Yeah.
So it was no hard feelings. It was no disrespect. It was more like, you know doing your thing. And
I like what you pointed out though. Like, although I was busy in that moment, I had to find within myself to be present at that time to acknowledge you.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yo, this dude came to me on all I remember was the energy. I remember everything you said. I remember the energy you came with. It was very humble. It was very cool. So something inside of me told me to like pull back, let go of the sales thing, and bring you back in so we can network and actually become like brothers. Because I'm like, yo, this dude is mad cool.
Yeah. And
that's what a lot of people got to do. Like, when you on your road to success, know how to be present to receive a present.
That's the biggest thing, man. Present. Like,
you didn't hear what I said.
I wasn't even present because I was present.
No. You got to be present to receive the present. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to be present to receive the present, which is the gift. This guy's a gift in my life, as I am to him. We help each other in certain ways. You got to be present, and you got to know how to listen. Like Wallow says, he says it all the time. Listen while you up. Listen while you in a position of power. Listen to people. Listen. I'm telling you to listen because it's very important to listen. Because when you're in positions and people giving you clout and you got all this stuff going on, it's easy for you not to listen. But it's easy for you not to listen, but it's also easy for you to fall off because you didn't listen. You didn't be present to receive the present. So one thing that I encourage all watchers, listeners, whatever you want to do, man, is to be present in all moments. You never know who you can meet that can help you out. And that's what this guy has done for me. And I'm pretty sure for millions of people in the world, because you have almost 1 million followers. You have I don't know how many million views on TikTok worldwide. So you're reaching millions and millions of people. Look, I'm only at 1 million so far, like in regards to what I do. Well, I would say it's more than 1 million now because of obviously everything accumulated, but definitely I've reached millions of people as well, so I can account for that. But I'm glad that I had you on here, bro, because the world needed to hear you speak.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me.
And the light that you spoke in, because you brought some perspective, like to me, to content creators, to comedians out here, bro. And yo, man, we just appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate all the supporters, on the Speedy Tribe, and in Gio's world, bro.
Yeah,
like
man.
what he does, bro. Like in Gio's, like what he does is very phenomenal. So, and we just want to just thank all the supporters out there, bro.
Yeah, man. And I want to leave on one thing: just be yourself.
Be yourself.
Just be yourself, man. Take your time. Only you have. Let's just say you have 10 minutes for something. It'll take me an hour. Like, you know what works for you. Just be yourself, man. Even if you feel like you might get judged, whatever it is. Well, like Speedy said, once you're present and you be yourself, it's like you receive all the blessings. You know, because you're so authentic that what's meant for you will come. And
I love you, man.
I love you too, bro. Thank you for this, man. Yo, listen, man.
Right here, man.
In a couple years from now, go back and watch this video and see where we at now.
Yo.
Remember this shit.
Yo, man.
Remember this shit,
Let's
baby.
go, baby.
Thank you, guys.
Godspeed, man. We out of here, bro. Yes, sir. Look at him. Look at him. All right.
Let's get it, man.